Okay, so I am back for part 2 on the heifer reading. If you don't know what a heifer is, go and look it up. For watch also part 1 of this video, I do explain a little bit about what's going on in this reading. So watch part 1. Okay, so I'm going to dig a little bit deeper. We're going to do future now. I keep seeing the indecision, so I'm seeing the 2 paths. Can you show me more about those 2 paths? We have this, whoa, okay. We have the sun here. Okay, so we have the sun. Something to do with the sun. What is the sun? 8 of Cups, and then we have the Queen of Swords. Then we have the King of Wands. I'm going to pull this last card, or this last one, and then leave it here. Okay. And then I'll pull some clarification. Excuse me. We have the sun. We have the 8 of Cups. We got another walking away card. See how she's walking away? Then we got the Queen of Swords, which is a Libra. She's an air sign. This also represents the age of Aquarius. She is a stern, powerful person. Okay, she's full of wisdom. This is why she sits on crystal. She has a sword in her hand. And she has gray hair. She also has a crown. Okay? So, there's a return. This is referring to the sun here. The 8 of Cups. There's a return of the feminine. And there is somebody being removed off of their pedestal, which is the King of Wands here. So it's about to get very, very interesting. But I think some things can also be scary, not to make you afraid. But it's going to get weird. Put it that way. It's going to get very, very weird. It needs to be, because what I'm seeing is that the truth needs to be told. It's going to get weird. It's going to feel weird. 10 of Cups is the family. Okay, that's the family. And the 7 of Wands, which is destroying families. This King of Wands has destroyed families violently. King of Wands is somebody who abuses power. He's abusive, he's aggressive, he's mean. And there's the family, which is a happy family card. As you can see, they're all happy. And this is 7 of Wands, which is having to fight, which is to... Queen of Swords is here. And then right underneath it, it's having to fight your own corner. So this is referring to how women have been treated. Queen of Swords, there is justice coming in for a woman. Okay? Justice coming in for a woman, and they don't like that. They don't want that. 2 of Wands, yes. 2 of Wands, and it started from this man right here, which I know who this is, right? The sun god, Yahweh, you know, son of God, like the sun. Here he is. And then the 2 of Wands is here. So it started in one country, and then it moved out of there. It what do you call it? Traveled. It traveled. 2 of Wands. There was also conflict, because this represents 2. It's the 2 of Wands, right? So this means that there was extreme conflict between genders. So there's the feminine here was the ones who actually led and created an environment for family that's like family oriented. And this is like the happy families were forced to leave. And this all happened because of toxicity, this man right here. Or multiples. There could be multiples. The Hanged Man is in reverse. This is Pisces right here. Yes. And this is all water right here. All water. That's interesting because I have all fire on this side. I have all water in the middle. And then I have air and fire on this side. Now I got Earth. 5 of Pentacles. Okay, that's climate change. Oh, this has to do with destruction on other planets that was brought here. Okay? If you go back to some of my other readings, I believe it was the blackout reading, I talked about this. This is destruction bringing bad behaviors. So this all has to do with different DNA lines and that were brought here. There's a whole lot to this, but it's basically bringing their behaviors to Earth when they were not supposed to bring their behaviors to Earth, and they did, and then they started this so they could be worshipped and they could be idolized and to have the power that they want, okay? 5 of Pentacles, but in the end, this is what they usually create, which is destruction, poverty, climate change, the Hangman, which is sacrifice. It's like a lot of sacrifice going on here. This all originates from, there we go, stealing resources. The Knight of Wands. Then we have the 7 of Swords here. Narcissistic traits, war, death, all of that. Woo, okay. Then we have the 9 of Cups here. This is stealing from the feminine right here. Stealing from the feminine. Stealing from harvesting what the feminine reproduces on the earth, okay? So what was once very, very beautiful is no longer like that. And if you look, this is what they leave. Depression, anxiety, fear, death. And so this woman right here says, yeah, you're done. You're done. There was no other way to put it. So you're going to start seeing events happen. You're going to start seeing things. They are literally walking into their own traps that have been designed for them. You make that same mistake, it's a trap that was designed to see if you would repeat the same behavior. And yet you did. So, 9 of Cups is a bad omen when it's in reverse. They created bad omens because of the abuse on the feminine, on the earth, and how they treated women. Because the woman who created this world was the woman who was abused. And the woman, that woman, her consciousness, what is called like Christ consciousness, is brought here. She's here. This is it. Consciousness is here. People are starting to free themselves. They're freeing themselves. Yeah, the 9 of Pentacles. They're actually treating, there's people that are trying to, good people. There's good people everywhere. There's good people in Israel. There's good people in the USA. There's good people in Europe. There's good people everywhere. In Mexico, okay? There are people that are trying to restore and balance, which is raise the consciousness, raise the vibration. So all this lower level violence, right? Having to fight for yourself consistently, barely being able to afford anything, starving because there's another war here. There's another war there, right? And it always leads to this destruction. And it always affects, look at this single mom. Look at this woman. And the child. Look how the animals are helping her find her way. Because that's what's left when they're done. That's what's left when the destruction is over. I'll just go to the next planet. I'll just go to the next planet and I'll colonize it like I colonized everything here. That's what they do. But the difference is, there's the Emperor in reverse. The difference is here. I'm going to pause it because I'm going to pick up these cards. And I'm going to pull some more cards. The difference is there is karma. Okay? There's karma. It's being stopped. It's a universal intervention. It is what they call judgment. It is what they call Armageddon, but it's for them, not everyone. Allegedly. Okay. That's the difference. That's what they're afraid of. Because they're like, what if our governments pull us into the trap? And then we all suffer the consequences. That's what Israel's worried about. That's what they're worried about for this Passover. The one mirrored soul's pledge. Yes, it's like agreement, compromises. They're trying to find a solution. They're like, let's find a solution to stop this. It's not going to stop just yet. Tragedy, yeah. It's a tragedy. But it's because they're meant to go denialists here. Not facing truth. Irrational reasoning. Some people experience certain things because they agreed to experience because they're committed to certain beliefs, even at the sake of their own lives. And that's the fault of war. There's escape. Searching, online, looking, info, records, okay? They've been searching, researching. A lot of them have been searching. This has awakened a lot of people to this form of tragedy that's taking place, and it's awakened a lot of people to the truth. To the truth. And it has threatened them. Okay, so the ones that are, and when I say them, I mean the ones that are like governments. Like I'm talking like the ones that are like the narcissists, like the bad people that are really pushing for destruction, and I'm going to win at all costs at the sake of children's lives, women's lives. Okay, so there's threatened here and embarrassment. So this is like, I'm not going to stop. You're not going to make me look embarrassed. So this is like, I made an oath to protect this country, right? A legal oath. I made a legal oath, a binding oath, an omen that this is what I'm supposed to do. Roller coaster, highest adrenaline rush. He is bringing them on a roller coaster. Not only them, there's other countries too. He is bringing them on a roller coaster ride, and they have no idea. This is like going up all the way at the top of a roller coaster. You can't see down. You don't know what's beneath you. Okay? But you know you're going to be taking that highest high, adrenaline, down the roller coaster from the very top. But there's a risk. It's a risk because they don't know what the future holds. They don't know anymore which route, which way they're going. There's a lot of people that are hiding. There's access granted. There's a lot of information that's going to come out. There's anxiety. There's scared, panic. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of panic here. Love. There's love here. They did not think, and I will say this, when I hear again, they fell into their own trap. They did not think the people were awakened enough to actually care about another country and these people, because the way that they look at them is like, these people are garbage. And they're not. The way, and they're on their own. Nobody's helping them. The U.S. is trying to balance their karma by assisting now in food, because there is severe starvation, illnesses, diseases. So they didn't know that the people would have so much love for something that they saw less than an insect, basically. Because that's what they used to do. There's a history here. There is a pattern here that people didn't see. And I feel like it's recent. It's more recent. It's like within the past, I would say 30, 40 years, there's been a lot of attacks on other countries from one place, which is Israel. I'm just talking about Israel, and this is what the people are worried about. I don't mean the USA does too. So it's not just, this is about Israel right here, this omen. But it's not just Israel. This is affecting other countries as well. Today, present, in the moment. Intervention. There's a universal intervention. Closed and trapped. They've locked these people inside here. Happiness, wholeness, overjoyed. It's very, very depressing for people. And people are noticing this. See, this used to be normalized. And a lot of people were just, war has just been normalized. And it's not being normalized anymore. It's not looked at. You know, think about 9/11. Look how long that war lasted. Did you see anybody protesting like this? All these people speaking about Palestine? No. You know why? Because we didn't have technology like we do today. And most of us were convinced by who? Governments, and by who? Religions? That they were the bad guys. The Middle East, they are the trash. And they have been discarding information, the truth, hiding the truth. And now, because they're unquenchable, always wanting more. Always stealing, always taking, always trying to find control. Now, that has came to an end. It's coming to an end. They're sad, broken, crushed, they've been leaving a trail of just destroying people's lives for all of these years. The USA, too. I mean, mainly the USA. But they have partners. And who are their partners? Israel. And that karma is making that way around. Yep, 4 of Swords. Five of Wands, conflict, fighting. They don't even know who the enemy is anymore. They lost themselves. I mean, lost all sense of connection to self and emotions, the heart, that they don't even know who's an enemy anymore. Two of Cups. Yep. Then we got the Page of Pentacles. It's all about money. I mean, you know, I look at it this way, and I've always said there's the King of Pentacles in reverse, all about money. And the King of Pentacles in reverse can be like theft, stealing, abuse of money, abuse of resources. But I always thought this about, you know, when people, there's all these conspiracy theories about Illuminati. And I'm like, I don't believe in an Illuminati. I don't think you can sit a bunch of men at the table and they agree on things. There's no way narcissists agree on things, because this sort of behavior is done by narcissists because they have no consciousness. They could do these things. They don't lose sleep at night when they see that a woman was murdered in war, or a child had its limbs blown off and that child bled to death. They don't lose sleep. So there's no way that a bunch of rich men sit at a table and go, yeah, let's agree on this. Yeah, let's do this. No. All they do is fight. That's all they do is fight. There's no agreeing. Silence and fight. I'll just not speak to them. Yeah, it's like the royalty is like all of it. All of them. That's a part of this. Governments. Like, there's a lack of communication here, for one, because they can't communicate. That takes maturity. Definitely not mature here. It's all flipped upside down. All flipped upside down. Governments, everything. Everything connected to this is all flipped upside down. The sun is here. Something to do with the sun. The sun is a part of this as well. There's something to do with the sun. Solar eclipse is coming up, which is called the King's, and then the King came up here. They're worried about the King's Judgment Day, which is the solar eclipse in April. Okay, April 8th. So there's changes that begin April 8th, and I believe it follows with another solar eclipse. We're also moving into Mercury retrograde, which is going to set a lot of things off. There's going to be a lot of talk about it. This stuff is going to start really coming out about the royal family, all this stuff. I mean, you're going to start seeing it, that you're going to see bad omens just like blow through, sickness, I mean, all kinds of crazy freak sort of accidents, allegedly. Yes. The Fool, the Ten of Swords, okay? So, and it's all done by them. Ancestral lineage, okay? This has to do with the roots that's passed down. So, this would be being born back into the family that started these bad omens. Curses. There we go. That's another thing. A curse. That started all these bad omens. And there are going to be some things that are going to happen that is not avoidable. The Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. I mean, it's not avoidable. Queen of Pentacles is in reverse. There's an enforcement of change. Six of Swords. This is like, you gotta, there's leaving here, the world. This behavior is leaving. There's going to be changes, and changes very, very quickly. Certain behaviors, yeah, we're going to start seeing it. It's going to be weird. It's going to feel very, very weird. It's going to feel like very, kind of like foggy. Like, where are we going? What are we doing? Like, what is going on? Yeah, it's the next several weeks, it's going to feel very, very weird. Because we need to reevaluate. We need to focus on ourselves, okay? We got the Queen of Swords here, upright. Then we got the Emperor. in reverse, and then we got the Queen of Wands here. Okay, so there's 3. Okay, so there's 3. We got the 3 of Cups here. Two of Pentacles, out of balance. This is referring to countries here. There are 4 countries. It looks like 4 main countries that are going to feel this the most. That are going to feel this rest of the year and the next year the most. Yep, there's fate. 3 of Pentacles. There's a revealing of the moon, which is secrets and deception. And it's supposed to happen. There's fated things that we can't walk away from, because in order, there's the 4 of Wands. In order for us to not make those decisions again, to not make these choices again, these bad choices that lead to not good things, lead to bad omens and climate change and all that stuff, then we have to know what it feels like, so we don't repeat it again. So this is why certain countries are going to kind of feel this the most. And other countries are going to look at it. Yeah, there's the 10 of Swords. Other countries are going to look at it and go, oh my God, I don't want to go through that. The world is upside down. The world is going to be upside down for, allegedly, for a time. And we will move into a much better place, which is the Ace of Cups here. Wish fulfillments. There's a lot of changes, okay? So it's not everybody being affected, but there's going to be a lot of things happening that cannot be avoided. 3 of Wands. That, yeah, there's just no avoiding it. 3 of Swords. It's some painful lessons, but at least we, as a collective and as a planet, know that certain things should not be repeated again. So, I mean, that kind of just went all throughout kind of history and what's currently going on now. So, hopefully that makes sense. That was not a whole lot about the heifers, but a whole lot of the background and a whole lot of the story as to why the sacrifice is taking place. So I hope that makes sense. Thank you for watching. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. This reading cannot be used as facts, but only opinions.